Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Look at the chaos of a moto touring tent. Anyway, I'm up in the mountains. It's been raining really heavily all night, so the tent has sounded like a drum. It's been rattling away, keeping me awake all night, but it's all fine. I was cozy and warm. There we are outside. There are clouds nestling amongst us. Everything's still dripping wet, although I think it's actually stopped raining, so I might stand a chance of packing the tent away, not dry, but in the dry. And I've got quite a big day planned. I'm heading through Andermatt, then Lauterbrunnen, Grindelwald, before heading to Emmen in Switzerland. And my route is going to take me past the Gotthard Pass, which I think is going to be shut, to be fair, because it is early April. But we've got our fingers crossed. I don't know, maybe one of the mountain passes will be open. Andermatt is mountain pass central. You've got the town square, so to speak, and then going off in every direction is mountain pass, mountain pass, mountain pass. I've stayed there in the past, and it's been an amazing place to be in June. So we'll see what it's like in April. Anyway, let's have it. These are not ideal conditions for breaking down camp, I've got to say. But it's all good. My hands are like ice. Don't know what the temperature is. I'm guessing it's about 6 or 7 degrees at the moment. Well, given that it's cold and everything's soaked, including me, that's going to be the last night of camping on this tour. The rest are going to be Airbnbs. I've got an Airbnb booked for tonight, so I'm happy about that. So it's not all glamour on tour. In fact, I don't think it's any glamour on tour. It's just been on tour. I still love it. Being on the bike, living off of the bike, it just gives you this sense of freedom, just like the guy with the Vespa on the ferry coming back from Sicily. He pointed to his Vespa, he pointed to my GSA, and he said freedom. And we were speaking a universal language. That's a bit different to yesterday's 30 or so in Florence. This is quite a road. I'm going to be taking this nice and wide. spaghetti. Luckily nothing is coming, so I can take it wide. Well, I just passed some sort of checkpoint customs thing. There was nobody there. So I'm not quite sure whether I should have showed my passport to somebody, but I'm going to get fuel now and breakfast of some description because I'm starving. What a road that was. Switchbacks in the wet. I may well already be in Switzerland. I don't actually know. I just don't know. Because the pump's got francs on it as well. If that is the case, I'll try and buy a motorway sticker while I'm here. Hello. So, as silly as it seems, I'm pretty sure I'm in Switzerland now, so welcome to Switzerland. What I'm going to do, I don't like entering a country, not sure whether I've legally come in or not, so it's only about 1 kilometre back to that border control checkpoint. I'm going to go and knock on the door and see if anybody's there. If there's not, then what more can I do? But I did just ride past it, having had a quick glance, but I'm going to fix my 40 euros worth of Swiss motorway permit onto the bike. Right, now I can legally ride on the motorways. And 40 euros for a permit feels quite steep. It does last a year. But then if Italy and France did that, I would pay less because I paid more on péage tolls for sure. So it's probably actually pretty good value. Be nicer if it was actually free though. Okay, let's see about showing my passport if I can. I could keep it all very slick and just edit out all the bits like this, but I think it's more interesting for you guys to see where I'm pondering things and how it's going and where I get it wrong and where I get it right. Yeah, there's the Swiss flag, so I'm definitely here. Looks pretty shut up to me, so let's have a look. What does it say? Let's see, I think I have done just about all I can do. And I shall carry on my way. Right, it's time to warm up with a quick coffee. I'm almost at Andermatt. I passed a sign, I wasn't filming at the time, but it showed that the St Gotthard pass was shut and the Newfoundland pass as well. So as I suspected, I think all of the passes are going to be shut because it's just too early, and as you can see, there's snow everywhere. It is cold. At some points it's been 4 degrees as I've been riding along, but I'm warm enough. I've got my rubber suit on, I've got all my thermal stuff in again. I'm actually really enjoying myself. This is lovely. Scenery is great. It'd be good to get off of the motorway, and when I get to Andermatt I'm going to have some lunch, and then after lunch the plan is to head to Lauterbrunnen, and that'll take care of the afternoon, and then I'll be going on to my accommodation. Happy days. My host for the evenings has just messaged to say I can check in now, which I'm not ready for, up till 6 o'clock, and then he's unavailable until 9. So if I don't make it by 6 and I can't check in till after 9, I've said that's fine. If I don't get there for 6, what I'll do is I'll just go and find myself somewhere to eat and then make my way back. It's all fine, and this cappuccino is hitting the spot. It's snowing! About to enter the St Gotthard tunnel. This is instead of going over the pass, unfortunately. But what can you do? I'm 2 or 3 months too early. Welcome back to winter, and only yesterday I was sweating in Florence. I am taking it very carefully around these bends. If it's 1 degrees, I don't want to hit any ice. hardly see, it's so bright. Right, try and find somewhere for a spot of lunch. Well, just one day by bike and I am a million miles away from Florence. Freedom of motorcycling. Okay, so I've entered Lauterbrunnen, can't say it, into the nav6, and it's almost 2 hours to get there. Due to having to work my way around mountains because the mountain pass is being shut, I kind of don't get to go in the right direction, so I'm going out of my way to then go to my accommodation. I could go to my accommodation and check in, but then have to retrace my steps loads, or basically go and see Lauterbrunnen this afternoon, and accept, I think, that I'm going to be checking in after 9. So be it. Incredible engineering. following the river, and a beautiful river it is. It looks very cold. Very narrow gauge railways here. The track looks very narrow. So I believe this valley is just a dead end. You just get to the end of it and then you're enclosed in mountains. But what a spectacular valley it is. As I said earlier, I'm hoping the underground waterfall would be open. It might not be, it's very early in the season and it is getting on in the day, but it's worth a try. I'm going to hightail it straight there, which means going straight down the length of the valley right to the end. How beautiful, how beautiful. And the waterfall is open, but according to Google Maps it says it's going to close at 5 and it's 4:15 now. It says I'm about 2 minutes away. I'll see if I can get in, hope so. What a spectacular road. Spectacular road, a spectacular valley, spectacular country. Well, here we are. Let's see if I can get in before it shuts. It won't let me. Oh, I don't like gravel. What I'm hoping is I didn't need to buy a ticket back there. I don't know. We'll find out.
Hej Tamme, hallå!
Hello.
So, and we are here. When you're going inside the cave, don't scare you about when you see the ghost.
I believe you.
Rübezahl.
Great view of the valley. Really good view of the valley. quite impressive. That water dripping on my head is very cold. I think it's all glacial runoff from the Eiger working its way through the mountain, creating its own path, the least path of resistance, I guess. I like steps to do this place. There are a lot of them. You can clearly see where the water over millennia has carved different routes through the rock. Very steep. So loud. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you liked seeing that too. Right, what I'm going to do now, because I've got a long time until I can check in, because I'm not going to get there by 6, I'm going to go to Grindelwald and get myself an evening meal, take my time eating it, and then make my way to my accommodation. I will probably end the video for today once I get to Grindelwald and I've got something to eat. I think that sounds like a plan. Again, sorry, another day where I've not showed you where I've been on the map. I will endeavour to do so tomorrow morning from my Airbnb, and I'll try and remember all the places I've been. So after all that ferocious downpouring of water, this is how it ends up. Gently filtering into the stream or river. Now, not that I'm reading that, but 20,000 tonnes of water a second pass through there. Wow. And it carries, honestly, I'm not reading, this is the Trümmelbach. It drains the mighty glacier defiles of Eiger, Mosch and Jungfrau and carries 20,200 tonnes of boulder detritus per year. Mind-boggling. Notice how I committed all that to memory. That was amazing. I enjoyed that. Right, off to Grindelwald in search of an evening meal. Sugar frosted trees to my right. It's beautiful. Well, I have a very nice, but very, very hot vegetarian curry, which will keep me warm on my ride. Excuse me. Keep me warm on my ride to Emmen, where my Airbnb awaits, so I can't check in till 9 o'clock. So I'm going to say goodnight now because I'm going to be riding back in the dark anyway. So I'm going to end the video now, and tomorrow I promise that I'll go over where I've been on the map. And if you liked today's episode, which I really did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.